Hi beautiful mamas, my name's Bettina. I'm just sharing a quick little yoga sequence for you today that'll take you through some poses to relieve some of the tension that builds up in the neck and the shoulders and even that upper back area when we spend too much of our day holding and rocking a teething baby or breastfeeding for too long. So today's class is suitable for all levels. It's really mostly just stretching out this upper back area and giving you a few stretches that even if you can't make it to your mat for a full practice, will give you just some relief from that tension, because you don't want it to radiate up the neck and end up in a tension headache. There's nothing worse, especially when you're probably already very tired. So all you need for today's practice is, if you have a yoga strap, but otherwise a scarf will work perfectly. So we're just going to use this to help stretch out the arms and the back a little bit later. So let's get going. We're going to start in a child's pose with the arms forward. So if you just take a seat back towards the heels, you can take the knees wide or keep them together. It's up to you. And just stretch the arms forward on the mat. So just creep them out as far as you can and then gently rest the head down towards the mat. So you're getting a nice stretch from the underside of the arms. And if you can draw the shoulder blades away, so almost like you're trying to roll the elbows outwards, you can also get a bit of a stretch through that upper back. So just find your breath here. See if you can sink back towards the heels, create length through the side of the body. And then inhale, come up onto the knees and walk the hands even further forward. So coming into our heart melting pose or our puppy pose. And we sink the chest down. So you may find it's comfortable to bring the head down. You may find you can bring the chin down, and we're getting quite an intense stretch through that upper back. If it's too much, ease back off and just make it a little bit of a gentler angle. So find the breath here and really breathe into both the front and the back of the lungs. And then slowly walk the hands back up underneath the chest. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky and then exhale it under, passing it under the body. You can either bring the right hand just down by the shoulder and gently press in to stretch through that upper back a little bit more, or if it feels good, you could wrap the arm and find the opposite hip. So half binding here. And again, just breathing into that opening that you're creating through the upper back. Inhale, press back into that right hand. Bring both hands back underneath the chest. Inhale, the right arm reaches up. Exhale it, pass it under the body. So rest the forehead down, the head and neck completely relaxes. And then gently press in just to lift that top shoulder a little bit more. See if you can keep the weight even through the knees. Stay with the breath. And then inhale, press into that left hand, coming back up. Let's work through the back with the breath. So for our up cat, down cat. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Core is gently engaged here. Inhale, let the tailbone lift up towards the sky as you lift the head and let the belly sink. And then exhale, round through the upper back, breathing out through the mouth here, looking back towards the thighs. Inhale, let the belly sink. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, rise. Exhale out. Once more, inhale. And exhale. And return the spine to neutral. Come down and have a seat. So we're going to work through these shoulders now using our scarf or our strap, whichever you're working with. So what you want to do is take the arms, or the hands rather, as wide as you can on the scarf so that when you take the hands back, you can get them all the way behind you. So obviously if it's too tight, then you're not going to be able to lift them back up. And you're feeling quite an intense stretch in the inner arm here. So just work with where you can and where you can feel it. So we're just going to inhale as we breathe the arms up. And exhale as we breathe them back. So just working slowly with your body. Inhale them up. And exhale them down. Leave them down and let's take one arm up and draw the other arm down. So you're getting a nice stretch through the lower base of the neck now. And then inhale, opposite side. You may also be feeling it through the arms and shoulders if you're tight there as well. Stay with the breath. And then inhale, slowly releasing up. So we're going to just leave our scarf for a moment. Reach that one hand behind. Support with the other hand to draw the elbow down. So what you're doing is really reaching this arm down the back. Then we're going to reach the other arm around and see if the fingertips meet. If they do meet, awesome. Join them together and really connect them, lifting that top elbow nice and high. If they don't, grabbing your strap and just holding it in the top hand, reaching towards it with the bottom one, and then just working the fingers towards each other so you're opening a little bit further each time you breathe. So staying with that for a few breaths and really keeping the opening. So the tendency can kind of be we compromise the shoulders just to reach the fingers. Try not to do that. Still lift up tall with that top elbow. So breathe space into the front of the body as well. So really opening through the chest. And then gently release. Opposite side, reaching the arm down. Support it to start, especially if you're quite tight. Maybe you've been feeding all through the night. Maybe you've been in an awkward position wrapped around a baby. This can really help just to ease out those aches and pains that we feel. Just breathe into the top of the chest. Keep drawing the hand down the back. And then release. Let's inhale, open the arms wide, really open out through the chest. Inhale the hands up, interlace the fingers, reach up tall and breathe space through these side ribs. Exhale them over to one side. And then inhale them back up and over to the opposite side. Back to center, release the hands, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, fold forward, release the head down to the floor and then lift up onto the knees so that you can lift the arms over behind you. Stay with the breath. And then exhale, slowly lower back down. Inhale, rise the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the crown of the head to the floor. Lift up onto the knees. So it's just placing a little bit of gentle pressure onto the head. Most of my weight is in my legs. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift through the chest. Open up and release the hands. Let's take the hands above the head once more. Palms together and just really reach up tall. So you're drawing the inner arms towards the ears. And then hold on to one wrist and inhale it over to the side. Exhale it back up, opposite side. And then just releasing the hands. Bring the hands behind you so that you can hold on to each elbow. So you can take a seat back down, sitting however's comfortable right now. If you can, you could come into reverse prayer, so bringing the palms together behind you and really opening out through the chest. So what we're wanting to do is reverse all that rounding that we do all day through the upper back. It compromises the breathing, so you're probably feeling, other than the fact that you're exhausted from feeding all the time, You're probably feeling tired because you're not actually using the lungs to breathe as they're meant to, because we're constricting the breath by rounding and hunching the shoulders all the time. So opening this space up can help with bringing more energy to the body as well. So just stay here. And then release the hands. Come on down onto your back. I'm going to come into a bridge pose to keep working with opening up that front of the body. So bring the feet to the floor, about hip distance, just so that you can reach the heels with the fingertips. As you exhale, gently lift the hips towards the ceiling. If you can, the fingers will interlace underneath the body and you'll roll right to the tops of the arms. So really getting a beautiful opening through the front of the body. You're also working to press into the glands in the neck, helping the immune system to function well as well. So really beautiful pose, this one. Keep drawing the knees in, keep pressing the feet into the floor and keep the breath flowing. And then gently release the hands. Slowly coming back down, draw the knees into the chest and just give that lower back a chance to resettle. And then rock and roll your way up, or use the arms to support. If you're really early postnatal, you won't want to be doing anything with that core. So come to the side as you probably did when you were pregnant. And you're going to take a seat between the feet. Now, if your quads are too tight to do this, grab a book or a cushion so that you can really sit up a little bit higher. And then just bring the hands behind, so fingertips are pointing towards the legs. Press into the hands and lift through the heart. If it feels good, the head and neck can fall behind you. And just stay here and breathe. If you like, you can release the head back down, press into the hips, and then press into the hands to really stretch through the arms as well. Again, head and neck can protract. And then slowly exhale, coming all the way back to have a seat. So just coming back down to a comfortable seat now, taking one arm across the body, just drawing that shoulder across. Exhale, release, opposite side, drawing it in. And gently releasing the arms. Just bringing awareness to the shoulders now as you roll them back. So really trying to do this every time you finish feeding. See if you can just give yourself a few shoulder rolls to release the tension in this area. And then gently take the head to the side, stretching out down this side of the neck. If it feels good, you can place a hand on it and just gently drawing it down. And then turn the head to look towards the thigh. Take the hand to the back of the head and draw it down a little bit further. Release the head, opposite side. So let it naturally fall first and then support if you like. And then gently turn the head, look down. Hand to the back of the head and gently draw the hand down. You're also pressing the head gently into the hand as well, so there's a bit of a counter pressure there. No straining at all. Let's inhale, open the arms up wide. Bring one hand underneath the other. Wrap the palms and the forearms. Inhale, lift the arms up, and then exhale the shoulders away from the ears. So nice upper back stretch here. Inhale, open them wide. See if you can remember which one came under and swap it. Palms together, inhale up, and then exhale to release the shoulders away. Just stay here and breathe into the areas of tension. And then gently release. So now would be the perfect time to go and get yourself a shoulder and neck massage, maybe even a head massage as well. You're doing an amazing thing, nourishing another soul, and I know that you probably feel like it's no big deal, it's just what women do, but It can be a really beautiful time to take some extra time to look after yourself. So go get that massage. It doesn't have to be long. It could just be one of those little quick 10-minute massages that you see at the shops, just to ease some of that tension that's building there. And I can guarantee if you can release through this area regularly, you're going to feel better as a whole throughout the rest of your day as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. If you'd like to practice with me some more, I have an online yoga studio for mums. So I cover all areas from pregnancy to birth prep to early postnatal recovery, so working with the core and the pelvic floor, and then into early motherhood as well. I cover more than the physical body. I also go into the mental aspects of motherhood because it really has been my saviour in this journey, and I guess I'd love to share it with you. Thank you for joining me, and namaste.